You're listening to TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football Podcast. Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmet Turgut. Welcome to another edition of Turkish Football, Turkish Super League recap of the Week 15. And we'll also preview matches coming up in the European competitions. Meaningless match in the Champions League for Besiktas. And mainly meaningless match for Fenerbahce in the Europa match. But it's a very important match for Galatasaray in Roma against Lazio. Most likely we'll talk more about the Galatasaray match. But first, let's talk about what's happening in the Turkish Super League. Well, we know one thing. There's no team could beat Trabzonspor right now after 15 weeks of playing football in the Turkish Super League. Trabzonspor has been unbelievable. They are still unbeaten, and they have not lost any matches in their last 10 matches, not even draw. They have a perfect record in their last 10 matches. Ever since Abdullah just started with the Trabzonspor team, and right now, they have back-to-back from the last season and going into this season, which is we're into a 16th week. The 15th week is in the books. They have won 27 weeks in a row. Let me correct that. In 27 weeks, they won 16 matches and they had 11 matches draw. Well, let's talk about this season. It's the very important one. In this season, so far, in 15 matches, Trabzonspor has 39 points. They have won the matches, 12 matches, and they only tied 3 matches so far. So, still, there's no loss for them after week 15. That's why they are on top of the Turkish Super League with 39 points. In that 15 week that we just ended, they scored 31 goals. Trabzonspor is the most goal scorer also in the Turkish Super League. The closest team are Konyaspor with 27 and Fenerbahce. Guess what? One of the giants from Istanbul captured the top 3 for now, at least. I will come to the details of the match this past weekend, who they beat and how they played. Fenerbahce sits on top, top 3 in the at third place with 27 points. Now, these two teams are 12 points behind Trabzonspor. And guess what? Galatasaray, after tying this weekend at home against Altay, they are 16 points behind Trabzonspor. Another team, Istanbul Giant, the team that represents Turkey in the Champions League this season, who has not won a match yet. They will play their match on today, Tuesday, in Dortmund, their last match. Actually, this is a very meaningless match. It's going to be a nice trip for Besiktas team and players to the Germany. They will face Dortmund in that group. I will talk about that a little bit too. Besiktas, after tying against Kasımpaşa in the week 15, they are 18 points behind Trabzonspor. So these two teams, I would put Fenerbahce in the same place because Fenerbahce, even though on Monday, on Sunday, they beat Giresunspor, they beat Rizespor. Giresunspor did not play against Fenerbahçe. Rizespor was the last team. It still is the last team in the Turkish Super League. Fenerbahçe trashed Rizespor 4-0. They should have won this match anyway. But this win could change things run with Fenerbahçe. I think so far right now, for a while, it saved Coach Pereira's job. But the thing is, let me tell you about this match. The formation, the players were playing on the pitch. The starting 11 was either somebody told Pereira, you need to put Mesut Özil in the starting lineup and don't take him out. And then you don't want to put Ferdi Kadıoğlu on right fullback. Put him in the midfield, attacking midfield on the right side. Guess what? That's what's happened. And Serdar Dursun came in the second half, scored a hat trick, and he said after the match, I'm going to be a starting striker for this team. He sent a message to somebody. But overall, I've been saying this, the formation and the way that he handles the players, Coach Pereira, somebody had to advise him about putting the starting 11 on the pitch. Even though Rizespor is not the type of team that you want to measure your big club, but this was a good win, good morale for Fenerbahçe and Fenerbahçe fans. I'm going to tell you one thing. I have been following Ferdi Kadıoğlu when the Turkish media didn't even know about him. When he played in Belgium, when he played in Netherlands, and ever since 2018, I've been following this man, this young man. And I said then he was going to be a great player back in 2018 or 19. And he was one of the best players on the pitch this past Sunday in the Kadıköy. So kudos to Ferdi Kadıoğlu. Now he has to make up his mind. And I'm pretty sure the information I'm getting, he will choose the Turkish national team. We'll see what happens. But this is what happened pretty much. I'll get to the scores, the results, and we'll talk about coming up Europa League matches mostly. And as you know, a Champions League match that is going to be playing between Dortmund and Besiktas on Tuesday today. And the week 15 started on Friday. As I mentioned to you Friday, Kasımpaşa hosted Besiktas. Even though Besiktas won ahead with a superb kick by young Can Bozdoğan. This kid made it to ESPN top 10 goal scorers. Kudos to Can. He scored a beautiful goal. But what happened, Besiktas got burned in the second half in the very last minutes of the match. And Kasımpaşa scored. Guess what? Besiktas lost to another bottom-level team. They should never lost this match. They didn't lose this match. They had a draw against it. It was like a lost. You cannot, when you're leading 1-0, you cannot finish the game with a draw. On Saturday, there were 3 matches. Alanyaspor lost at home. Sivasspor 1-0. Trabzonspor at home beat Adana Demirspor 2-0. Galatasaray at home They tied with Altay. Altay is in deep trouble. Altay does not look good. If they don't shape up, if they don't start winning games, they're going to be in trouble in the league. And also on Sunday, there were 4 matches. Kayseri at home beat Antalyaspor 2-0. Hatayspor Hatayspor lost to Başakşehir. Başakşehir, ever since Emre Belözoğlu came to the scene, in their last 7 matches, they won 6 and they draw 1. Even though they were eliminated by 3rd division team in the Turkish Cup, they are the most formed team in the last 8 weeks in the Turkish Super League besides Trabzonspor. And Giresunspor at home beat Fatih Karagümrük 3-0. And Monday, Konya at home tied with Yeni Malatya. They should have won this match 0-0. And they're still in the second place with 27 points. Göztepe at home with 11 points. They won against Gaziantep, and they made their point to 14 points. Gaziantep, the Göztepe won this match 2-1. So after these matches, as I told you, Trabzonspor on top, 39 points. Konyaspor with 27. Fenerbahçe, 27 points on 3rd place. Galatasaray is in 7th place, 23rd place on 23rd points. And Besiktas is at 9th place with 21 points. Başakşehir, the most team that has climbed the stairs, the standings, is the Başakşehir. They are in the 5th place with 25 points. Look for them to win this coming weekend too. You might see them in the top 3 maybe, or 4. Now, let's talk about, I'm not even going to talk about Besiktas. I know our time's getting pretty much at the 15-minute mark. Besiktas just going to have just a friendly visiting match. They have not won anything in the Champions League. I know they're not going to win because they have a lot of injuries. A lot of people are out, a lot of players are up with the injuries and some other problems. And you're going to see a couple young kids playing there. So that's just going to be just a prestige match against Dortmund. Fenerbahçe, same way. They'll be at home against Frankfurt. They're out of the Europe League Cups. They will be in the Conference League. And the most important one is Galatasaray. Galatasaray sits on top of their group with 11 points. But Lazio with 8 points. This match is for the first place. The winner will claim the first place, and then they will go to the next round. The loser, the second place team, will stay in the playoffs. So it is huge match for Galatasaray. I know Lazio team, it's going to start very offensive when they start this match. They want to win this match, even though they are missing a couple players in the starting lineup. Galatasaray has to put a very good first starting 11 on the pitch. They have to have very good midfielders. I don't know if they're going to play with one attacker or 2 attacker up front, but Jagne should be in this match. One of the problems that Galatasaray has, the rotations between the Europa Leagues and the Super League matches in Turkey are killing Galatasaray. That's why they're not doing too good in the Turkish Super League. In the last 8 matches, Galatasaray has only 3 wins and 3 draws and 2 losses. That is disaster. But it's very important. Galatasaray is doing great in the Europa League. Let's hope they win this match against Lazio, but it's going to be a tough one. We'll see you after these matches. I'll come back on Thursday night.